What is up, guys? It is Kentucky Outdoors here once again, and today's video we're going to be going over magazines. YouTube, these are standard capacity magazines. These are not high capacity magazines. These hold 10 rounds. That's all they hold. So, you know, the most common magazine out of any AR magazine, AR platform, M4 military, which is what we had in the Army. Until here recently, I believe they switched over to a SIG. Don't quote me on that, but I'm pretty sure they did. So the most common magazine you're going to run into is, unless you're in basic training, and civilians can get these too. It's whatever. It's a magazine. These are your standard GI mags. These are OK Industries. For an aluminum GI mag, this, in my personal opinion, my personal experience, this is about the best you can get. They hold up very well. I've had these things absolutely destroyed, and they still run fairly well. So, don't quote me on how much these are, because I've never actually bought one. This one was given to me. I don't know how much they are. I'll leave a link to them in the description, though. But, yeah, these are just a standard AR M4 magazine. These hold 10 rounds. 10 rounds is all these hold. Standard capacity magazine. The only part that I personally don't like about them is when you go to clean them, especially when I was in the military, they are very annoying sometimes to take the bottom plate off if it gets bent any which way. You should normally be able to just take your thumb and slide it out like you can a normal magazine, like a PMag, which you're about to see here in just a second. But these, and this one's done the same thing. I always have to take a multi-tool or a pair of pliers and grab the end of it, the tab. Have to grab that tab right there and then pull it out, and then the spring goes flying and it hits you in the eye, and then you're blind, and all that good jazz. But yeah, this is just a standard aluminum OK Industries 5.56 223 magazine. Next up, these are OK magazines. I've had good experiences with them. I've had great experiences with them. I've had some feed issues with them. That's why I don't normally run them in my ARs. But this is a Hex mag. It's just a run-of-the-mill 223 5.56 magazine. I can't remember where I bought these from. I want to say I bought them from my local Rural King, or Rural King, as you people say. But I can't recall how much they cost. I'll leave the price of all of these down in the comments below. I won't leave a link to them, though. But, I mean, they're alright for, like, what they are. They're just a magazine, They're easy to take apart, unlike the GI mag. All you do is, just like a PMag, which you're about to see here in just a moment. All you do is you press the button on the bottom, you slide it over, put your finger over that, or the spring will go and go flying. Put your finger over it, pull the tab out, and then there's a spring. Regular, every magazine is made the same. They got a plate on the bottom. Pull the plate, spring comes out. You can clean your magazine. But yeah, I mean, they're all right. I've had a couple feeding issues with them on my FN, but overall they're all right. They're not my favorite. And put it back in. You just take your spring, slide it back down in, put your finger over the top, take your plate, slide it back in that groove. I always like to get it about halfway and then hit it with a big, then the button pops back in place. So yeah, Hex mag, they're alright. This is a series 2. So yeah, just Hex mag. Now coming into my personal favorite magazine, this is a Gen 3 PMag, windowed PMag, to see how many rounds you got, but these only hold 10 rounds because they're standard capacity, remember? But these are the same magazines that when I was still in the Army, we got issued these same magazines. I'm not sure if they were a Gen 2 or a Gen 3, but these I bought and they are Gen 3. And overall, I've had no issues out of these whatsoever. These are very durable magazines. They got a very good grip on them. Unlike these GI mags, sometimes when you go to pull them out, your hand, drop them out of your weapon, your hand slips, or when you go to pull one out of your flick or whatever and put it back in, you know, it's just, you have no, there's no texture on it. It's just smooth. You got these lines, these grooves, but overall, these are fairly easy to drop. They don't have much grip on them at all. But the Hex Mag and the P-Mag, the Magpul P-Mag, especially the Series 3, the Gen 3, they have all kinds of textures on them, on the sides, on the ends, on the bottom. They're very easy to manipulate. They're very easy to load, unload, and all that good jazz. And these come apart the same way the GI Mag does. They come apart the same way the Magpul or the Hex Mag does. I'm pointing down here because I have them sitting down here on the table. But same thing goes. You got a button down there. Press the button in. Pull the plate. Pull it about halfway. Put your finger over it. Pull the plate. And there's the mag. Or there's the spring. And your loader. So, yeah. Same jazz. It's just this P-Mag. I don't know if the Series 2 had a window in it, but the Gen 3, they had a window in it so you can see how many rounds you got left. And overall, these are my personal favorite mags. These are the mags that I run on my ARs, all of my ARs. Every now and then I play around with the Hex Mags, I play around with that GI Mag, but overall, if I'm at the range or I'm doing something with my firearm, 9 times out of 10, I have a P-Mag. I have some that I've spray painted tan, I have some that I've bought tan, I have some camo ones that I just play around with because I have 1,000 of these things laying around from over the years. But they reassemble the same way. Loader end fits in the groove, and you can only put it in one way, so don't worry about it, because if you flip it around and you try to get it to go in the other way, it will not go. You have to put it in the right way, so you know a monkey can do this. There's nothing to it. It ain't rocket science. So you just stick it in there, slide your spring down, take your tab, put it in the groove, always flip it around and hit it with a big bump, and there you go. Those are the 3 style magazines that I have. I only have that one GI Mag, this one. Personally, I would probably choose the GI Mag over the Hex Mag because I've had issues with the Hex Mag. The only issues I've had a couple feeding issues, but I believe it was not related to the magazine on this G-Mag. The only issue I have with them is, like I said before, there's no texture on them. They're very easy to slip out of your hands. I just realized that's probably a bad motion to make. But, yeah, I'd probably go number 1. If you're looking to buy magazines, I would go P-Mag. And then number 2, I would go GI Mag. And then after the GI Mag, then I would buy the Hex Mag. So these are, in my opinion, these are really the only 3 magazines that I have any experience with, so I can't speak on any other products. But in my opinion, these are the top 3 magazines. And if you're going to buy any, go with the P-Mag. I know you can buy them online for like, I want to say $15 a mag. I bought them when they were a little bit cheaper than that. But I bought them on sale, most of mine. And yeah, P-Mag, GI Mag, Hex Mag. Ultimately, these are the best 3 magazines you can buy. AR, M4, whatever it may be. And yeah, that sums up this video. I hope you guys had a good day. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. And if you do, leave a like, comment, subscribe down below. I know the video I made on the 16 gauge, it's almost up to 600 views, which is insane. I didn't think I'd get 5 views. And the 22 video I made with the Rossi, it's like over 100, which is still like crazy to me because I was just doing this for fun. I've always wanted to make a YouTube channel, and I finally got around to it. I have a GoPro coming in the mail here. It should be here either this evening or tomorrow. So hopefully we start getting a little bit better quality videos, because as of right now I'm recording on my iPhone 13. And I just now got a microphone. It came in the mail today. So yeah, hopefully I'll start putting out some higher quality content. So hopefully we'll get a few more viewers, likes, comments. I'd love for you guys to comment. I love having conversations about this stuff. Because I just sit here all day. I go to work, come home. My buddies, they all work, so we don't have a ton of time to, sit and talk about random firearm stuff, random hunting stuff. So yeah, if you guys enjoyed, leave a like, comment, subscribe, and have a good rest of your day.
It is natural to die.